Welcome to Orange Storm Report, the channel where the passion for the Denver Broncos comes to life. In every video, you step right into the heart of the Orange Storm, the perfect place for fans who live every play, every rumor, and every decisive moment of this historic NFL franchise. And before we get started, I want to hear your opinion. That's right. Drop your thoughts in the comments about the latest news, rumors, performances, moves, and everything happening around the Broncos. Your voice matters, and here it truly has space. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notifications so you don't miss any updates. Because content here is constant, and our community grows stronger with your participation. Share the video with other fans, tag your Broncos friends, and help spread this orange storm across all of Broncos country. This channel is made for fans and with fans. The more you comment, interact, debate, and share your ideas, the stronger this community becomes. A community that represents the vibrant, relentless spirit of the Denver Broncos. So grab your helmet, tighten those shoulder pads, and come with me, because the storm is just getting started. Welcome to Orange Storm Report, where the Orange Nation has a voice, and you're a part of it. Riley Moss breaks silence on excessive penalties and takes responsibility. Denver Broncos cornerback Riley Moss has finally decided to address the ongoing issue of excessive penalties that have marked his season. This recurring problem has caused headaches for the Broncos defense and could directly impact the team's chances of making the playoffs if not resolved. So far this season, Moss has been penalized 11 times, resulting in a total of 178 yards lost. In the Broncos' hard-fought 22-19 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, Moss was flagged 3 times, twice for pass interference, totaling 87 yards, and once for holding an opponent, which nullified a touchdown returned by Jody Barron. After the game, Moss openly discussed the plays and admitted full responsibility for his actions. "Look, I take full responsibility for the last play. The ball was poorly thrown. I shouldn't have grabbed him like that," Moss said. "It's tough. It's already a difficult position, and I need to be able, in these situations, to play the ball the right way." The 2 pass interference penalties directly led to points for the Chiefs, a field goal and a touchdown by Travis Kelce. Adding the holding penalty that wiped out a touchdown, Moss cost the Broncos 16 points in a crucial divisional game that was decided in the final moments. Moss acknowledged that the pattern of penalties is concerning and expressed his determination to finally correct it. "During practice, this will be heavily emphasized. They're going to put the boxing gloves on me, tape my wrists. There's no way around it," Moss said. He also highlighted that the issue is repetitive and requires consistent attention. "It's something that keeps happening. People may have their opinions about it, but I, as a professional athlete, need to recognize, okay, this has happened several times already." He added, fans and analysts have debated whether Moss has been unfairly targeted by referees. Evidence suggests that this may indeed be the case, as the Chiefs' strategy seemed to exploit Moss's tendencies and the referees' calls against him. Through Week 11, Moss has been targeted on 69 passes, the highest number among NFL cornerbacks. With 11 penalties called against him, 15.9% of the passes thrown his way resulted in a penalty, a rate that opponents are increasingly aware of and likely to exploit. This statistic exposes a vulnerability in the Broncos secondary. Opposing offenses have recognized that taking advantage of Moss can yield easy yards and points, a fact that could become a focal point for future game plans. Teams see it and will test it. They'll throw a few deep balls in his direction and wait to see the result, an NFL analyst explained. That's a detail that every team will try to exploit until he adjusts. Despite the setbacks, Moss has received support from teammates. Patrick Surtain, too, his positional partner and a defensive star, defended Moss in a recent podcast episode. Surtain, who missed 3 games with a pectoral strain, spoke in a lighthearted and ironic tone, suggesting that referees were unfairly targeting Moss. "Riley's doing amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're doing racial profiling on my guy, you know?" Surtain joked during the Closed on Sunday's podcast with co-host Terrian Arnold. While the comment was ironic, it sparked a discussion about referees' consistency and the impact that penalties have had on Moss's performance. Following Surtain's defense, Moss managed to play 2 consecutive games without being penalized, demonstrating that adjustments are possible and effective. This situation underscores that beyond physical skill, emotional control and situational awareness are critical for cornerbacks at the highest level of competition. Broncos head coach also emphasized the importance of Moss improving his decision-making on the field. Riley is extremely talented, but he has to channel his aggressiveness correctly. Every penalty costs the team, especially in critical moments, he stated. NFL analysts have echoed that if Moss can significantly reduce penalties, the positive impact on the Broncos' defense will be immediate and noticeable. On the other hand, debates about referee overcalling some plays persist, especially since several of Moss's penalties resulted in critical points for opponents. The Chiefs were able to capitalize on these penalties and advance the ball during crucial moments, but the Broncos' defense ultimately survived and held on for the win. It was a game of details. Every penalty could have changed the outcome, and Riley knows that, a veteran teammate said. With a bye week in Week 12, Moss now has the opportunity to focus on correcting these patterns, practicing under pressure, and preparing mentally and physically for upcoming games. The cornerback expressed confidence that with proper adjustments, he can improve his performance and regain full control of his defensive assignments. I'm going to focus on this now. Review the plays, train harder, and make sure I don't repeat the same mistakes, Moss explained. Support from teammates, coaching staff, and a thorough analysis of referees' tendencies should help Moss overcome this challenge and emerge stronger. In a tight playoff race, every detail matters, and Riley Moss understands that consistent defensive performance is essential for the Broncos' success. The expectation is that by reducing penalties, Moss will become an even more solid pillar in Denver's secondary, helping the team maintain its edge in critical matchups. Now it's time to show growth, not just for me, but for the entire team, Moss concluded, making it clear that he is ready to turn this phase into a learning experience and move forward with confidence.